people will know.
So people will know. I'll get to the comments.
Excuse me. Good grief. That's not the way to
I
start.
can see the comments. Okay. Now I've got a
Okay.
few
Goodness.
callers.
Welcome, welcome, anybody who's here. Oh, feels weird to be on without Tanya, but I'm so glad Barbara's here. That makes me feel so much better than being alone. Uh, Barbara's going to be painting on some already started pieces or wipe off practice pieces or something. And the first thing I'm going to do is open some Happy Mail and put it in my book. These have been sitting here since my birthday. Well, most of they all came, actually, Barbara's actually got here before my birthday. I'm going to open it first. Everybody else has got here after my birthday, but I didn't open any of them because I wanted to do it with everybody and on the camera. So I'm going to actually wait a little bit to do those because I want to let more people come. Hey, Teresa, welcome, welcome.
Hey, Teresa.
I'm just going to set those aside, and I'm going to start by putting these two pictures in the book. This is a drawing that Hannah did to put on her graduate. She graduated in 2020, so she drew this, and then we put it with some of her photographs onto a graduation announcement. And so I want to put that in here because that's definitely a memory. And then this is just pretty, and she didn't want it, so I have to have it. Barbara suggested I paint it. I'm trying to decide if I have that kind of courage or not.
Okay. I'm going to just do some of my customary blue and green. Why not?
Well, yeah. You can't get better than blue and green.
See this on here? You can still see an image.
Oh, you sure can.
It doesn't come off anymore, but that's Pan Pastels.
I have on one of mine, I used the graphite powder, and I have washed it with Murphy's oil soap. I have used baby wipes. I have used I've done everything, and it's still on there. It doesn't come off on anything, but you can still see it. So some things really do embed themselves.
Really? Okay, that's going away.
Okay, let's see if we can. I'm going to have to tear these down or they won't fit in this book. So, well, it says we got 4 people here, but Teresa's the only one brave enough to chat.
Well, they'll get their bravery on later.
Well, glad you're all here, even if you're not in chat.
I have a cat right here over my shoulder, so pretty soon she's going to try to jump down on top of this wet paint.
I was just going to say, it won't be good if she ends up in your paint.
No. As soon as she jumps down here the first time, I'm going to get rid of her out the door.
Excuse me, good grief. Have you ever watched you may not watch dog videos like you watch cat videos, but the right. Dog videos of that dog, I think it's a doodle of some kind named Bunny that uses the pads for words to talk.
That uses
what? It's a bunch of push buttons.
Oh yes.
And the dog will step on the button to say what it wants to say.
I've seen a cat doing that.
Well, it's pretty incredible what they can do, you know. And you know it's not just rote because they stand there and think for a minute before they put it down. And she asks some questions to try and make them more specific, you know, because sometimes the first thing they say is just I'm mad or something like that. That well,
Man.
okay, why? What's wrong? Anyway, I was watching a couple of those this morning and I just found it fascinating the things you can teach dogs to do.
Oh, look at those. Wow. I don't know if I want to cover over those.
Oh, those are pretty.
They're pretty.
You know
right?
what you could do? Maybe just a tiny bit of ink work to add well, maybe there's too small. I was gonna say add a few little tiny trees in there or something,
I know.
but
I
not
don't
much
use
because they're
that.
pretty just like they are. Teresa says her dog will bring her a toy and then count to 3 to get her to throw it. That's awesome. I love it.
Okay.
Pharaoh will just go over and sit and look up at the bowl where his toys are because he knows he has to sit to get a toy. And he thinks, if I stand here and look at it, then you'll know to give it to me, which is pretty impressive for a dog that doesn't know how to be still. Okay, when they came home for Labor Day, Hannah, they've had all his stuff, in New Mexico, and she didn't bring everything when she brought him, and so he came in expecting everything to be exactly the way it was. He was so excited when he got here, to be back home, and his couch was gone, and he was just standing there going, "What on earth? Where is my place?" And then he came over here and sat and looked up where his toys were supposed to be, and there were no toys there. Oh my
goodness. You snooze, you lose, buddy.
That's right. That's what happens when you move away. Hi, Sherry. I'm so glad you're here.
Hi, Sherry.
Anyway, I found it humorous that he was so he knew where things were supposed to be, He was so excited to go out and run his yard and all that
funny.
good stuff.
I bet it was good to see him again.
It was good to see him again. He felt like he was even bigger, but Hannah said he's not any bigger. But it was like, oh my goodness, he was bigger than I thought, I guess. Anyway, he's gotten he's almost used to TJ now, as not just a fun person.
Okay.
as his dad, somebody he has to mind, not just somebody he has fun with. But he still gets all excited and jumps everywhere when TJ comes home because he knows he'll wrestle with him, And he's beyond Hannah's ability to wrestle very much.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, he's big for her, I bet.
Yeah. I just realized I had this string in the cord to the thing in my way.
Okay, we're going to do this thing.
Well, I'm going to put these things in here and then I'm going to...
I'm sorry, Teresa. Go get it out again. So I'm sprinkling cornstarch on my jelly plate. This is
So you sprinkle it after you get the paint on there.
I put the paint on and then that, and then I'm going to put the paper down again.
Oops. I'm going to mute for a second.
Okay. So now I can't remember who it was I was watching do this. Was it Shannon Green doing this? Teresa, you've done a bunch of this, haven't you? Or was it Janet? Janet VB was doing this. So I have a whole ton of these CVS pharmacy bags to print on, get them out of my hair.
That was my sister.
Ah,
I'm just gonna put these two right here. That way they can be together.
oh yeah.
And then I can be good. Oh. Are those bags like made out of glassine?
Yeah, that's like deli paper.
That's kind of what it looked like. I just wasn't
Yeah,
sure.
it is. It's kind of shiny on one side and matte on another, like deli paper is.
Okay. Hi, Dana. Welcome, welcome. Teresa wants to know if it was Yolanda.
Yolanda doing this. Oh, it could have been. That must
That's really
scrape
cool.
off because that's on there like powder now. But
Well,
I
let
bet
it dry and then.
it'll dry and then I can kind of. But this will do something else. Let's just see what else this does. So this paint is kind of sticking.
We're
Funny
going to pretend that's not there. we no longer have a pocket. We just cover it up and pretend. Devin Rex art.
Yeah, Devin Rex art. Devin Rex 4, numeral 4. Devin Rex 4 art.
Okay. She used baby powder, Teresa said.
Yeah, but I don't have baby powder because I'm allergic to it.
Yeah. That way you don't have to deal with the scent this way.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open my Happy Mail. I got birthday cards. At least I'm assuming they're all birthday cards, but I didn't open them because I wanted to open them with y'all. And so I'm going to do that now.
Here comes a cat on my. Oh.
We're going to start with this one because it's from Barbara.
For me.
Yes. That reminds me, I've got something I need to ask you about, Barbara. I forgot when we were talking before we started. After we do this, I'll show you and ask you.
All right.
Oh, I love those. I love those.
Oh, that's my little pocket full of posies.
Yes, I love it. Look at these. Aren't those gorgeous? I love them.
Aren't they fun?
They are. And that's a cute way to do a pocket, too.
That was one that
Look
I
at-
learned at that summer creative retreat by Peggy Dean. The
there's
pigeon
another one
letter.
tucked under there. She says, "Happy birthday, Lisa. Some treasures from my weekend workshop. Sending love and new dreams for your birthday." Thank you, Barbara.
You're very welcome.
I love it. Now I have to. It's got to go in my book.
Absolutely. I love it in your book.
Got to go in my book. It'd be really pretty right there.
Thanks, Teresa. That's the main thing I do with my art is send out birthday cards.
Well, you do great. And
Well,
these
it's fine.
little drawings are. I love that you did these drawings on that thin Timu paper. Is it Timu
Yeah.
paper? Yeah.
No, that's that paper
Amazon.
that you made me get.
Yeah. the enabler papers.
The enabler papers, this wonderful packet, and they're really nice thin papers.
Yeah, that makes them easy to glue down places.
Right.
They're beautiful. Beautiful,
So
beautiful.
that
We're going to start.
The person who did that is Lisa Young Art. Leaca is how you spell her name. And I just saw on Instagram, if you look for her on Instagram, I just saw Lisa Young Art on Instagram, and she was making one of those pockets.
Okay, cool.
So the way she made the pocket, here I'm pointing to your screen. That doesn't help anybody. And the way she makes it is not to use it as a card, but to glue that edge also, the bottom and that edge.
Yeah.
And then you have a little single piece of paper that makes 3 pockets.
1, 2, 3 pockets. But this is really cool.
Well, I love it. I
like
love
that.
it with the card.
Okay. And I'm going to keep that out because I'm going to put it in the book I'm reading.
There you
Because
go.
I have a piece of napkin for my bookmark at the moment. So we'll do that.
That's kind of interesting.
These I'm going to stick back in here. But this one, I think I'm going to glue right here.
Oh, cool.
And I'll just let it, I'm just going to glue it to the pocket and not to the page so that the page, I can still open it and read. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, it does, Teresa. I really like that. But I see how if you, write this on top of the craft color, it's like kind of ho-hum. However,
See, it'll open like that.
Let's see. Oh, that's cute. That's very cute. Those little things, I just got addicted. Oh, and I sent you some of my emo balls. That's probably my favorite pattern.
This one?
The emo balls, yes. Isn't that darling?
It is.
They look like they're singing.
Singing. That's exactly what I was thinking.
They're singing.
And I love the leaves. They're all pretty, but the leaves are probably my favorite because, of course, leaves are my favorite. So
cool. I had forgotten I had made you that one. That's good. Okay, we're going to try to pick this up. No, we're not. We're going to do.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and put today's date on it, even though it's really late. Today's the 8th of September. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we're going to open the next one. Let me make sure I do these two in order because I got two from Andrea. And they got this one first, so we'll open it first. I don't know where she's got these glued really good. I think I'm going to have to use scissors and just trim it right at the very, very top. Very, very, very top. Oh, good grief, Lisa. Okay. Make sure. Okay. Oh, look, isn't that cute?
Oh, yes. Look at that.
It's really pretty. This, I don't know if you can see the texture on this yellow piece or not. But it's textured too. And then these things are glued on top of it. Thank you, Andrea. And evidently I cut that accidentally when I was opening it. That's upsetting. That's beautiful. It's a get well card because I was feeling crummy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good.
It almost feels like that's my life nowadays.
I think you're still going through adjustments is what I think.
I am. I'm tired of it.
Well, you know.
But that's part of life.
The nest thing is a thing, you know.
Yeah.
It is a thing. There's Dana. Hey, Dana. Hey, Beth.
Hey, Beth. Beth, what were you wanting to come on with me sometime to work on the Nomad book, or did you want me to come on with you? I can't remember. If you want me to come on with you, which day would be good. I did say Beth, didn't I? I didn't just start talking.
You did.
Okay, good. Mm.
I'm going to try her trick of letting it dry.
Why not?
What is the cicada paper, Teresa? Cicada paper. I don't know if I've ever heard of that one.
I don't know anything about that either. You have to show us.
That's having trouble focusing. Focus, you freak. Okay, what's happening here? There we go.
Thank you. She's going to post pictures in the group.
Okay. So you're spelling it correctly, cicada, like the cicada, only with a E.
I don't know. I know nothing.
I've not heard of that one.
Isn't this pretty?
That's beautiful. I have that's beautiful. I love the glitter, of course.
This is the belated birthday card. That's beautiful.
That's really pretty.
Oh, doesn't it look good there?
It does look good there. I love the colors there.
Yeah, it's perfect. Well, Andrea's not here. That makes me a little sad because
she may come in. She was over at Kim Paulton's, and I put a link, but she may have gone running around.
Yeah. Well, usually when I'm doing a thank you video, I put the name, names of the people. But when I'm live streaming, I don't usually have room to list names. So I just say happy mail, but maybe she'll think, oh, I sent happy mail. I'll go look. And then I got this one. This is actually, this is from Esther Thompson. And it also came, right around my birthday. Back when I was having horrible rib issues and couldn't do much. Oh, look, isn't that cute?
Oh.
I love it. Happy birthday. Wish big. Oh, and there's some goodies in there too. It says, hope your birthday is like no mother. I love it. I love it, Esther.
Hope your birthday is like no mother.
Gnome other. See, there's a little gnome on it.
Okay.
There's, maybe you can read it now.
Oh, yeah, I can see it now.
Oh, that's cute and funny. I love it. Okay, let's find a good page for this. I think I like that one. I'm trying to decide. Let's see if I have a bigger one, because I would like to put this doily behind it and maybe one or two of these papers, but it would have to be a really big page for me to be able to do that. I don't know if I have any that big left in this book. There's one. Yeah. Okay. I'm at least going to do the doily for sure. Okay, come on. Book's trying to shut. And let's see. I don't know. I think I kind of like it with just the doily behind it.
I like that too. Yeah. Yeah. Just the doily.
Okay, I think I agree.
Stripe though.
The stripe was the right colors, but oh, and it has a really great stamp on the back, which may mean I may change the way I put it in here. It says handmade with love.
Nice.
By Artful Esther Thompson. That Artful was kind of hard to read. I think I may need to put this in with something else because I really like that stamp. So
I'll put it in with washi tape.
plus her name's not on there except on the stamp. So okay, I'm trying to think. I only have 500 million washi tapes. I'm sure I can find something. And they need to be used, so. What would look good with that?
Let's see. Oh.
It's just a tiny little bit of yellow and gold down there, so I'm going to use this.
There you go.
Thanks, Teresa. Hi, Julie. Welcome, welcome. I'm just going to put this on there. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Had to try and sleep longer, but it didn't work. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I hate it when I finally have a chance to sleep extra and I can't. Especially when you really need to.
Really?
Okay. Been having terrible pain from your neck through your shoulder down. Oh, goodness, Julie. I'm so sorry. Okay, she says it's however you spell the bug name, cicada, which is
the bug name, cicada.
Yeah.
So,
is it CICAD?
I think,
or something like that?
I think. So how is it cicada paper? Is it made out of cicada bugs?
Or out of the little carcasses they leave behind? The little shell things they leave behind? You know, just sitting everywhere opened up. You know what I'm talking about? They're like thin, papery stuff.
It's still a mystery.
Okay. Thank y'all for my happy mail. It made me happy just to get them, even if I had to just hold on to them for a while before I could show anybody or put them in my book. It was fun just having them sitting there and knowing they were there. Okay, I think this book is done.
Oh, wow. Look at that. I
It
made it in
has
before it got finished.
it has lots of empty pages, but the spine is not big enough for me to add anymore. At least I don't want to. I could, I guess, if I chose to, but okay. Now then, I have a question for you. I had these books, and I showed them one time, a long, long, long time ago, and you said one of them was a book you had when you were a child for piano.
Oh, probably the Hannon if I see Hannon in there.
Okay.
Ooh, there's Brahms.
Oh shoot!
Oh,
Oh
no.
no! That book went off on the floor and dumped my tea, brand new, full 44 ounces of tea and ice all over the floor.
Oh, God, Lisa. Go clean up.
Oh,
Oh, clean up on aisle 3.
yeah, I'm gonna have to mute because y'all don't want to hear this.
Okay. You need to curse, Lisa. Go ahead. Oh, poor baby. I have learned about water on my desk, so I have this my water bottle in here because I have already replaced one keyboard. Thank you all very much. Because I spilled a little bit of water on it. But at least she just spilled hers on the floor. Craft-A-Lanch. Craft-A-Lanch. Tim Poulton, just before I got off of her stream this morning, was doing a really cool thing. She had little bits of paper like this, colored. She was using green, but then she was doing white stitching on it and weaving the stitching together through the green cardstock. It was so pretty, like for extra stuff to put on a journal page. Oh, it was really nice. I got to try that. Ooh, this is nice paper. That cleaned it off. Check it out. There's one, Teresa. Now I like that a lot. The spots are from the you're sure it'll dry eventually, Beth? It will dry eventually, but it dried eventually in my keyboard with about 3 keys not working. So that was not fun. And I think it's completely clean. This is nice paper. This is some new paper I picked up at a craft exchange here. It's not thick, but it's heavier duty, I think, than regular old printer paper. It's kind of a marbly mottled color. But I like that. That's good. So, it took me how many pulls to get to this? All right. What are we going to do? So I'm printing on the backs of some of Linda's watercolor practice. And I was going to print on this and just use it for my little things like I sent Lisa, those little hidden paperclip bookmarks. But then, look at that. So she rejected these, but I think I'm going to find a way to use them somehow. Yes. Nice to have another artist in the house, isn't it? Okay, let's see what we got. I've got this one and this one. I think this is my favorite so far, but let's see. So I need to add some more to this one. I'm going to brush this off and see what happens. Oh, it brushes off. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So that's with the stuff brushed off of it. Oh, that'll make good backgrounds. Okay. So I just cut these up. Cut them up. Just this one. And this is not one. This is my pickup piece. Okay. So we're going to do something else. I think I need a different stencil. One that goes over the whole page, maybe. Let's see what I got. No, I don't, because I want to do... I'm going to do some more on this paper. So I'm just going to do a plain old purple one. Okay, we're just doing straight on this one. Wall to wall. Julie needs to go get something to warm to put on and go to the bathroom. Okay. All right. I had some paint on my desk and something wet on my desk, and it has taken the finish off.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Me too. It was such a mess. I got most of it clean. It was on carpet.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's not great carpet, and it's very light colored tea, thankfully. It wasn't the red tea, but anyway.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's look through these books again.
All right.
You can tell me which one it was that you wanted. I set them all aside, and I didn't set it with your name on it. So,
oh, it's probably that one that I recognize, but I have it.
Okay. Well, it was.
Oh, it's that one.
This one. Okay.
Yeah.
All righty. Yay.
Hanon exercises.
I'm gonna put.
Are you going to get rid of all of those?
I don't know. I just had them all sitting together, and
if
I
you
was
want
just
to send me the Brahms as well, I'd take it.
Okay. Which one? Let me find the Brahms. Is that the?
No,
it didn't say Brahms. There it is. Okay. Might as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to send one. I might as well send two. What are
I'll
these?
get my keyboard back out. I keep putting the keyboard out and putting it away and getting the sewing machine out.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. I've been going to do that for so long, and I just hadn't got it done.
We'll get that one off your desk.
Oh.
You need a honey-do pile and then a honey to do it.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That would be nice. Unfortunately, my whole honey-do pile is me-do pile.
I know.
Okay, let's see.
That's nice. Piece of paper. Okay. Now what? Now we're going to do.
Anyway, I'll send this with a couple of little pieces of that wedding dress, and
Oh,
I will feel like I actually did something that I need to be doing. So
there you go.
okay. One other thing I wanted to talk about before I start playing with this little loom, because when I start on it, it'll probably take me the rest of the afternoon to do anything, to get anything done. But I've been seeing these kinds of things on Pinterest where it's like a wall hanging made out of cardboard, but it's like I don't know, a stacked city or something. Have you seen those pictures of I think it's somewhere in Asia, where they've got up on posts, up against a cliff, all these houses piled on top of each other?
Yes.
Well, that's what these remind me of. And I've always found those fascinating. And so I thought I would maybe come up with something like this, but they're made out of cardboard, which we all have cardboard. I find it fascinating how the different ways they did windows and used the corrugation for texture. And, this one, yeah, even gave them house numbers, I guess.
Golly, that does look like fun. Not my thing, but I will enjoy the heck out of watching you do it.
This is this same one, but from the front. And this may be an Advent. I think this is an Advent calendar.
Oh.
Because there's only 24, and then there's the star and the.
Okay.
So I bet that's what that is. That would be a fun way to do an Advent calendar. You just open a little door each time. But then look at this, how intricate this is with little.
My gosh.
Now this one isn't against a wall, but you could do some of these same things and put it on the wall if you wanted to.
Yeah, Julie, I was thinking the same thing, but look at that.
This one, they're painted with lights inside and art behind the windows. And
oh my gosh.
This one's in a drawer.
Oh, isn't that neat?
And my printer messed up starting about here. But
those are fun.
I looked everywhere I could look on YouTube, hoping there would be a video of somebody building one of these. All I see are pictures of them already done on Pinterest. I couldn't find a single video of anybody doing this.
Wow. What do they call them?
I don't know what they call them. I call them cardboard cityscape wall hangings. That's what I was trying to, anything I put on that is what I was looking for.
Or cardboard houses. Mrs. Cat Crafting is in the house.
Hi, Mrs. Cat. I'm glad you're here. Welcome.
I know you. Mobile home parks could stack 3 high. Ew. Mobile home parks could stack the houses 3 high? Then how on earth would you get to? It's weird. That's just weird.
You have to have ladders or elevators or something.
It'd have to be a real strong. I'm glad that hasn't passed. Go vote against.
Yes, Beth, kind of like a diorama. And then here's one that's, sits on a shelf.
Wow. Well, that takes little houses to a whole new level.
It does.
No pun intended.
They would have like a metal fire escape on the outside, she says. It still hasn't passed, but they're pushing for it.
Well, I hope that fails, frankly. It's none of my-
Yeah,
that seems like a dreadful solution to the problem, whatever the problem is.
anyway, if this is something that y'all would be interested in doing along or watching, tell me in the comments. And
Definitely
I'll
watching, Lisa. So look at that. Now that's the way to do this.
Oh, that looks great. What did you do different?
You do a solid piece. That's the blue background. And then I picked it up with purple, maybe.
Okay, yeah. Kat says she would love to see one made.
Yeah, I'd love to watch.
Julie would like to watch too. My problem with doing this is trying to decide a size that I could do here where you could actually see.
Oh, yeah.
Because most of these are fairly big. That one's not. But I really like the really intricate ones the best.
Yeah. Well, each little piece of it we can do camera.
That's true.
But then we'd have to see progress photography on the others. So this is it with the stuff wiped off. The white stuff wiped off.
Oh, yeah. I kind of liked it with the white stuff on there.
You know, I kind of do too, but I can put white stuff back on there, can't I?
That's true. You can't just splatter some white paint. It'd be great.
And now I've got more white stuff on my thing. I need a different color.
Yeah, Sherry, lights it would be fun. Some of them have lights, but most of them don't, because most of them are like this. They're just cardboard. But it would be interesting. Beth, did you ever give me a day that you want me to come work on the Nomad book? I went back to try and see if I could see it in the comments, but I didn't see anything. Okay, where am I going to put this? I have too much junk. Okay. But you all know that. Okay, last night in Mary's stream, she was doing talking about weaving on fabric. And that reminded me that I had this. And so I thought I would get it out and we could play with it a little bit today. I haven't ever tried it, so it's like, you know, like I always do. I practice on y'all.
Right, practice.
But this is a pretty big one. Most of them have like 14 of these little hooks. I think this one has 28. I'm not positive. But you can do smaller on a big one, but you can't do bigger on a small one. So I went ahead and got a big one. Let me find. Okay, where'd it go? Well, it disappeared. I had found these. Oh, I restarted my computer so it would be clear. I had these pulled up on Amazon, but you can just put in speed weave darning loom, and you'll get a bunch of different versions of this. And here's the.
That is binge watching Nomads lately.
Oh, let me show you, Kat, what I'm talking about when I say the Nomad book. Oh, just a second. At least I know where it is. That's better than sometimes. Okay. This is the Nomad book. I'm going to go ahead and make myself big so I can
Yeah, do it.
show it better. It's by Sabella Court. Nomad, A Global Approach to Interior Style is the name of the book. But we've been doing it kind of like the abandoned books, where we've been adding, collaging things into it. See, like on this page over here, this lady and these people and that tree I added in, but the clipboard and chair were already there. And I added in all of this. It was just words. And I added in the monkey, the Eiffel Tower, the dogs, and the foxes. So we're just doing, I added him in. I'm just going to find a few of them. Here's one I did where I added this guy, and he had raindrops on him. So that's what made me add the raindrops coming out of her faucet. She's dancing on a faucet. Okay. Anyhow, here's the owl and then this lady. So I'm just putting whatever I think looks good on the page. I added them on top of these things.
Hi, Janet Burgess.
Hi, Janet.
Welcome,
I added
welcome.
this pirate guy in here. He's not really a pirate. I think he's a gypsy, but I liked him as a pirate. I'm not sure I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's been a while. I added the dogs and the animals. I added this in. Anyway, this is the Nomad book that Beth and I were going to work on sometime together, but I couldn't remember if we were going to do it on her stream or my stream. And so that's what I was asking her about. I was going to show a few more from the back. I added little Lord Fauntleroy on there. See, and here I put a bear up here and this lady skateboarding down, the frog in the front. So you can make him as realistic or as silly as you want. In this one, the pot was here, but I added in the flowers. And then I added the dog and the girl and these flowers. And back here, I added in a lot on this page because I added in this piece, and then I added her and this, and then I added the kitties everywhere. So, well, I didn't know, Beth, you already stream 3 times a week, so I didn't know if you wanted to add another day in and do it on my channel, or if you wanted to do it on a day you're already streaming, since you do stream 3 times a week already. So we can message back and forth about that. But anyway, that's the Nomad book. And Beth and I are going to play in it some. I've played in it some with Diane Fago, and I think someone else, but I can't remember, has played in it too. Okay, we're gonna play with this a little bit now. I have these. I just happened to have these. Hannah was going through all her stuff, and this was some of the embroidery stuff that she had.
Ooh.
That she didn't take with her. She took all the silk, but this is a wool acrylic blend, and she took a lot of wool. But these are, since they're a wool acrylic blend, she didn't want them, so I decided this would be a great project to use them on.
Pretty stuff.
And then I thought I had some just piece of denim somewhere, but I didn't. So we're just gonna cut a piece off here of these pants that I would never wear. I don't know why I even have them. Maybe so I could do stuff with them. I don't know.
Probably so you can use denim in your art.
Probably so. But it's funny because I was looking in all my stuff, where's my pieces of denim, and I couldn't find it. So I thought, well, I know I've got jeans I don't wear. I'm just going to go look through those, in my closet. But I'm going to go ahead and do this as if it's a leg, because that'll kind of give you a better idea of how to do it. And I'm going to stay big while I'm putting it together,
Yeah,
so
do.
everybody can see better.
Please.
But
Absolutely.
what you've got is this disc, and some of these are domed. And if I had paid attention, I think I probably would have preferred a domed one, especially if you're doing sweaters or something like that. But this is what I've got it, and it's a flat one.
When
So
you say dome, what are you talking about?
I mean, it's is that convex?
Okay.
It's rounded. It's not flat.
Rounded. So when you put it underneath your fabric, then you have more of a surface to angle the needle off of.
Yes, kind of like a darning egg or a darning mushroom. Yeah, it would. So, but you just slide this under, get it where you want it. Like if you, well, let's just make a hole. Okay, we got a hole here. Let's make it more obvious. Okay, there's our hole we're trying to fix. I didn't buy this to fix holes, to be honest, because I don't buy expensive enough socks to mess with that. Now, if a sweater, I might be willing to fix a sweater, but I don't have any that need it at the moment. So
I have half a dozen pairs of socks that need fixing. I'm watching with bated breath.
Okay. And then you put a rubber band around this to hold it in place. And then you decide where you want your square to be, you know, your mended part. And you put this over that. And then, I'm not sure. I watched a couple of videos about this, and different people had different, oh dear. Well, that's not good. Okay, we're going to try again. Okay, I need to look at the instructions because most of the ones I saw had a barrier back here, and you just slid the rubber band in there, and this one has these little sharp things. So I'm thinking I would get one that doesn't have these. It just has a little piece coming up where you put your rubber band in there. I didn't know what I was doing when I bought this one, but from what I've been watching, that's the preferred way to do it. Okay, and let's see.
Seems like if you have a long piece of fabric, you know, a little long piece of fabric, you could tie it on with that. With the rubber band. The rubber band's not long enough, is it? Maybe it is.
Yeah, you want it to be tight.
You want it to be snug, yeah.
Okay. I think they tuck this. No, because it would slide off. So this has got to be how it's done. Okay. And then you build your warp. And then this is how you change your weft. So you have different pieces up and down. Anyway, let me put us both back on, because I think you can still see me just as good, since this will be kind of sitting here. Okay. And there's a needle. I think this is for weaving in ends. It's like a little latch hook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, those are nice.
But the directions are minimal. I mean, very minimal.
Huh.
So it's kind of a figure it out as you go thing. But this is a needle, a long needle. And that's what I'm going to use. One of the videos I watched, they had they were doing it on something that was knitted, a hat or a sock or a sweater or whatever.
Right.
And and some of them were on jeans. And so it kind of depends on, what you want. But the way you do it at the bottom and at the side is different depending on the look you want. And there are, like, the way I'm going to do it, just because I think it would be fun, is I'm going to leave like a fringe down here of my thread.
That would be fun.
And when you do that, you can take those ends and you can tuck them back underneath and weave them in. If you're going to like put it on something you're going to wear. But since I'm just going to, use it for decoration, I'm just going to leave the fringe. Anyway, I'm going to kind of make a plaid, I think, of some sort. Since I've got all these and I don't know what else I'd use them for. So what would be good with that? Pink? I want stuff that'll really show up. So maybe I want the pink and the green and not the... That'll probably show up, but... Okay, we'll do some white. So we'll do pink, green, and white. Make kind of a plaid out of it. One nice thing about these pieces is that they're already cut. Well, they're cut like really long and folded in half. So I can just cut them in half. And then I can have pieces that are the right length.
Oh, very clever.
For what I'm needing.
Very clever.
Okay, gotta... Okay, so, like I said, I've just watched one video, so I don't really know that much about what I'm doing, but we're gonna persevere. These are really thin. I wasn't thinking about that. It'd probably be easier. It'll go faster if I use yarn. This would be good if you're, I mean, I could use 2 or 3 pieces, but that'll be more difficult to get to work with. And this is just to show you how to do it. So I think now that I've done all that, I'm not going to use this after all. I'm going to use some heavier yarn. So sorry about that. Oops. Be right back.
We had a strange mystery happen in our house this morning, and neither of us could figure it out. We heard one of these specialized ringtones on somebody's phone. Our guest had just left an hour and a half earlier, and it's a Merry Christmas song. We wish you a Merry Christmas is the ringtone. So we were hearing this, and we looked and looked and looked, and we could not find this phone. And so we messaged her sister to see if she make sure she had her phone, and told her we heard her ringtone. But neither of us know what on earth it was. Now, is that weird or what?
Okay. Did you find it?
No. Our ringtone, the weird ringtone?
Yeah,
No, we did not find the device that had the ringtone.
that's really weird.
It's very weird. It's like the poltergeists have left behind an imprint. It is really
Well,
bizarre.
if it had just been one of you hearing it, I would have thought maybe you were just so used to hearing it that you heard something and it triggered your brain to fill it in. If that makes sense.
Oh,
Because I've
we,
had that happen. But
well,
but
number
when
one,
two of
we
you
don't
hear
use
it, you know it's got
ringtones.
to be something.
We don't either of us use ringtones because we don't let our phones ring because they drive us nuts.
Okay.
But I don't know what, I mean, it was clearly her ringtone. So what? Anyway.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
If I ever find out why, there's Dusty Unicorn in the house.
Hi, Dusty. Welcome. Sorry I didn't notice you before. We're glad you're here. Okay, I'm going to find something strong that's thicker than that. So I'm just going to let you play while I look.
All right. I'm still just amusing myself here. Okay, plain one. I'm going to put another layer. Another layer. I think
Okay,
my
I found
feet are really old.
Some leftover hand spun stuff. These are both plied, so they'll be stronger. So I'm going to use those two. These two are just singles that were left over, so I'm not gonna use those. Okay, I'll use this one for the warp. Now you can make this, this wide if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to make it about this wide because we're going to act like we're just repairing that little bit. And I'm trying to get these to stand up and be easier. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're just going to use the ones in the middle. I'm going to make a bunch of pieces like I had before that are about this long for my warp threads. So I'm going to do that first. This is I watched 2 videos, and this is the way the first girl did it. And she was doing a plaid, so she had a bunch of different colors. And that's probably why she did it this way, because she didn't leave a fringe. But she wove them all back in.
That's pretty yarn.
Thanks.
That's some of your yarn?
Yeah, it's what was left over after at the end of a bobbin, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay.
Teresa says, yes, it looks like my hat. Is that his hat?
I don't think it's exactly the same, but I did crochet a hat for Hannah out of it.
Okay. Here's my red one. And now I'm going to do the stuff in a...
Oh, come back.
blue one and maybe end up with purple.
Well, I should have counted better. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 more. Okay. All right. Now I may wish I'd chosen something else when I try to get it in this. I think I've got a floss threader here that would help. There we go. These are really handy when you're trying to get something that will fit through, but it won't easily go through the eye. I mean, to get started, you just put it through the floss threader and then pull the floss threader through, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to have to turn this because that's the way I work. And we're going to start right here, and I'm going to go down a bit and then up. So right here is where our weaving's going to start. And we're going to leave this just hanging down as our fringe. And then we're going to go right back down. Oops. Okay, so here we've got 2 warp threads.
Okay.
And this piece of denim right here is holding them in place.
Okay.
The other way to do it is to go down here and go under and just pick up a little bit of the fabric and then go back up and come down and do one continuous thing.
Go back
and then it hides. Yeah. But I'm not wanting to hide it. So, huh?
I like the idea of the fringe.
Yeah, I think so too. It's funny because when I first watched it, I thought that's why they were doing it this way. And then she went and pulled all the fringe inside. I was like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
This is the hardest part of any weaving project, is getting the warp set up. The only bad thing about doing it this way is that you have to thread each one of these 16 pieces instead of one one piece.
So I like that. I like that effect.
Yeah, it looks nice.
All right, let's see what's next. I've got some more to pick up here.
Okay, don't come all the way to the middle with it like I did that time.
Should have.
Okay.
Let's see, what do I want to do? Oh, I want to that. I have a heavy body. What is that like? What does that do? Yeah.
I'm turning these as I do them because I think that'll make it easier for me to see which one's next. Right now, this is what we've got. And it's a little, there we go. Straighten it up a little bit. Uh-oh. The lady I was watching doing it on a sock put it like this and went this way with it so that the weave would still stretch, which I thought was interesting.
Oh, that is. That is so
Nope,
cool.
I thought that one was thin enough I could do that. Teresa says she loves the purple and purple.
You love the purple and purple? I'm just in a purple mood today, Teresa.
I can tell my little piece of denim down here, this strip is not going to be even all the way across. Okay, I got to get that out of the way so I can see what I'm doing.
I think I've discovered something, Lisa.
What's that?
I think my creating brain is different from my looking for brain, because sitting here creating and trying to figure out what color I want to pick.
Yeah.
When I'm looking for a color that I want to use, I'm looking for a color in a different context or something.
Oh, yeah.
Here I am looking for a color to use, and it seems completely different. It's like, I don't know if I'm getting what I want. I don't know if I'm using the colors I want.
Well, and sometimes you think you want a certain thing and you can't really get it and you get frustrated and you walk away, and then you come back and you're like, oh, that's actually pretty good.
Right. I know.
That piece right there is not going to be easy to
As
use.
soon as I do it, it messes up too, Ms. Cat. Gel plating is one of those things that keeps us honest. In my humble opinion.
Yeah. Well, it definitely, you don't have control. Even when you have learned something that should work, it doesn't always work. So if you need to learn to let go of control, that's a good thing to do.
It's a very good thing to do just for that reason. And that's kind of fun.
But
got the original blue on it. Some of the spaces.
Oh, uh-huh.
don't even hate that much. Okay, let's see. We're going to use that color again because that's really pretty. I'm just going to put it right down on top of this and see what I get. This is a heavy body acrylic. I hardly ever use that on my jelly plate. But I don't know why. I don't have very much of it. That's probably why.
Yeah. Okay, come on. What's going on here? Okay, something.
What I wanted to do was to.
I made this. It has a lot of texture in it,
Oh, that's pretty.
and so it may end up being a bad idea for. I probably should have used it for the weft instead of the warp, but we will see if we can do it. This little puffy brown stuff in here is camel down.
Camel down.
Yep. It's
From a
very,
camel?
very, very camel, like off of a camel.
Like a camel. Wow.
They have two kinds of hair. They have a rough, coarse outer coat, and then they have this very, very, very fine, very short. It's almost like spinning with cotton. Inner coat that's very soft, but it just kind of clumps up when you try to mix it in with other things. Okay.
Oh, sure. Why ever not?
Oh, okay. That piece is not going to work. It had way too much puffy.
Julie,
I should have chosen something else.
This is my pharmacy bags, the pharmacy prescription bags that I'm using. CVS Pharmacy is one of our U.S. pharmacy chains. And it's just a craft color paper. So there, I like that. All right. I'm just happy with that.
Try again.
Okay. And that's always fun. To go get to move my whole sewing project off of where I've got my other colors. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, dear.
I'm sorry. I'm not a good talker while I'm trying to do something like this.
No, I know. Neither am I. Are we shortchanging you all out there? Are you happy? Play among yourselves. Julie, it's like it's like, what do you call it? Paper.
I think you said deli paper.
Like deli paper.
They're happy and watching, Teresa said. Okay.
It's what we get our prescriptions in here. All right, I'm going to have to move something. I hope these boxes of fabric don't fall too far.
I hope so too.
I know. That is not going to work. Okay, sit there.
That's what I've got so far.
Let's see.
Almost halfway done with the warp.
Well, that's looking nice.
This is better than watching glue dry. Okay, good.
We could do some of that too, y'all. And we're good at watching glue dry.
Yeah.
A regular paper bag or a plastic bag. Oh, okay.
I can tell the lady I watched had, well, she may have had her camera speeded up too, now that I think about it. I forget about that, having that ability, but she sure did it faster than this.
Oh. There you go.
But the one reason I like this is because you can keep your warp tensioned, and you don't over tension some and under tension some, because you're just kind of pulling it flat down like that, not working against it as you go up and down. So that that's, besides having a fringe, that's one good thing about this method.
I like the fringe.
Well, it reminded me of those purses they used to, was it like in the 70s where they all had big fringes on the bottom of them?
Yes.
That's what it reminded me of when I saw it.
Let's see what we get. That's going to be really pretty.
I think it will be.
Wouldn't that make a nice journal cover?
I think so. It may end up being just that. I saw a lady who did it, and she did a houndstooth pattern, which I would like to try sometime.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Oh, it sure is. Very nice.
I really like that. All right. I'll do that again. I meant for that to, I should have waited longer for the, oh, you know what? Heavy body. It takes forever to dry, doesn't it? That's why
it takes longer.
Yeah.
But if your coat is still thin, it dries not too much harder.
Yeah, I didn't wait for this to dry long enough, but still, I really like this. It's okay. Like all jelly prints, surprise.
Yeah.
Now, what do I want to put on top of it?
Well, Hannah called me over the weekend and said, guess what I'm going to try, Mom? I'm going to try bobbin lace.
Really?
I said, well, go for it. Just, you came by that desire to do all the things very naturally. So I can't talk you out of it.
I wonder if Carol McFarlane has put her Bob and Lace videos back up on her channel. She
don't
did
know.
some a couple years ago, but then she took that whole channel down, and I don't know if she's reposted those. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. Sorry, this is not as interesting maybe as I thought it would be because it just takes so long to do each step. This is one of those cases where a video sped up might have really been a better plan than doing it on a live stream, but I thought if I did it this way, at least if somebody had questions they could ask. Hannah's doing good, Beth. There's so far they still haven't heard anything about the job in Albuquerque that they're thinking is a possibility. The wildfires that burned down the substation, and I think it was in Roswell, caused the whole company to have to, move over and start working on taking care of cleaning that mess up and getting it restarted. And so they haven't had interviews or anything yet for the job that TJ was looking at in Albuquerque. So they're still in Silver City, and they seem to be really happy. They were here for Labor Day, and we had fun. Got to see Sparrow again, and he's doing good. Yesterday, Hannah said he was out of the crate and just hanging out with her in the house pretty much the whole day, which is something we've been looking forward to him being able to do. So of course, when TJ comes home, he goes crazy because he's so excited. Okay.
Finally, some male energy, huh?
Yeah. He does like that. Okay, that was not right.
We're going to see what happens if I do this.
Okay, come back up here.
Where's my thing? I'm going to try it.
Okay. Let me see. How did those get? I didn't realize that some of these got messed up. Got to be careful about that. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. I need to do 2 more. We're almost there. We're almost there. She's still not looking for a job because they're still thinking about, moving to Albuquerque, and she doesn't want to get a job and then have to leave right away. So.
Oh, no kidding.
She's been doing a lot of sewing. She's made her a couple of skirts and worked on making a corset. And she just mocked it up from watching people. She made her own pattern and everything.
I can't imagine wearing a corset in the heat.
Well, she's got it mostly for winter. Because she likes wearing skirts in the winter. And so she wants lots of under things so underskirt so that it'll be warm.
Mm-hmm.
And the purpose of a corset, I never knew this, but the purpose of a corset is to keep all those heavy layers from how should I say, being held up only by your waist.
Oh,
So
okay.
it spreads out the weight all, onto your hips instead of your waist, and so it makes it more comfortable and easier to wear heavier layers. And she likes wool skirts with lots of petticoats in the winter. So, so that's why she's wearing a corset. I always thought it was like, for a bra. I didn't realize it was
I did too.
really mostly to hold up all those skirts they used to wear. Anyway, you learn a lot when your daughter's into something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I need one more piece.
That's been true her whole life.
It has been.
Ooh,
I've enjoyed her interests.
check that out. That's nice.
Lots of times they mirror mine, but sometimes they're completely different, which is fun too. So,
Okay.
but Hannah has just always hated pants. She's always thought they were uncomfortable. So she's always preferred dresses. And but they don't make dresses nowadays to keep you warm, so she just goes retro or vintage or antique or whatever you want to call it. And that's why she makes, one of the reasons she makes her own, because she likes those Victorian type styles. So okay, warp is done finally.
Boy, that's gonna be pretty.
Yes, I agree, Julie. I feel more chunky in a dress too, for sure. But Hannah definitely likes them better. Okay, I'm not sure. This may not really show up very much because it is so similar in colors. So I think I'm going to do something different for the weft. Let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and use this. It's thinner, so it may not be as easy to, it might, I don't know how it'll work, but we're going to try it. But you can see how it's twisting up because it hasn't been plied.
Ah.
But it'll still be all right. Okay. And you start right here and just go, actually, I'm going to go up from here again. I may wish I hadn't decided to use this. So far, this is...
Oh, hard to go through the little tiny holes.
Yeah, I'm just going to stop right there and let that... Okay. And one thing you have to decide is which direction you want this up here to be when you're going through this side, and which direction you want it to be when you're going that way. And I'm going to have these pointing the direction that I'm going through. So I think that'll be easier. Okay, let me just do a... I'm taking just a little bit through to have a have it kind of locked in. The fact that this isn't plied is going to give me fits, I can tell.
Yeah, it's too thick, isn't it?
Well, it just keeps twisting up on me.
It won't be when you start putting it between the threads.
No, it's just getting it in there.
So now is
So
that
we're gonna,
lifting? It's lifting one side when it points to the right.
yes.
And then you point it
It's
to the left,
lifting.
it'll lift the other ones, the next ones.
Yeah. So, and if you take the end with the eye on it, then you won't dig into your piece of yarn as much. And you, and if you do this, then you know if you've, that you've cleared it, saying you're not.
Okay. Miss Cat's going out the door. Grandboys
Bye, Miss Cat.
crying. They don't want to shop with Mom. They want to stay with Grandma. So I guess I will get them doing some art project to keep them seated for a bit.
That sounds like a plan. And then once you go through this side, you go ahead and pick up a little bit.
Okay.
Right here, just a few pieces of what do you call it? Of the threads.
Threads.
And that you do that and it holds this all in place.
Right.
That way you don't have that narrowing that happens. And then we twist it this direction and we pick up the
I knew it would have something on there. Not good enough.
my choice of yarns was not the best for being able to do this quickly. So I apologize for that. Because I have to pay close attention to what I'm picking up each time.
What else do I feel like doing?
One thing you have to also do is tuck this down. Some of the little looms come with a comb thing that you can use. This one did not.
Yeah, there's a little comb thing that comes with my little loom.
Okay, that's still not. And we're going to turn these back to this side.
Okay.
You don't want to miss any, and some of them tend to try to hide.
That's pretty. Set up. Okay. Good. Let's see.
Now we're going to turn this back this direction. And what I'm doing is just holding each one that I've got on here back while I go to the next one, because it makes it easier for me to find the next one. But this is still easier than doing the, trying to dig them out without the little
Hey, Becky.
thing
Hey,
switching
Becky,
them. Hey,
welcome.
Becky. Welcome, welcome.
Honey Farm. Oh, that's going to be so pretty.
This is what it looks like so far.
Oh, I'm going to love that.
She's finishing up her knitted cowl. All right.
You. Let's see what we got here.
And we're going to turn those again. So, okay. And I'm just picking up the one that's coming over the top of these little pieces here.
I think that's very cool.
Yeah, I need a comb.
You need a comb.
Okay.
That's pretty. A nice little piece of, ooh, pretty.
Is it yellow and blue?
Yeah. Kind of a pale yellow and a soft blue.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I keep forgetting to use the non-pokey end.
Oh.
But it really does make a difference to use the non-pokey end. Meatloaf. That sounds good. Turn those back.
All right, gang. You know what, Lisa? I might bail on you early.
That's all right.
Is that all right?
It all. Yeah.
I think I've had as much fun as I can, and I don't know if I want to start anything else right at this moment.
I can understand that.
But I will show off my things if you want to make me big.
All righty. Let me pick up these last two threads here. There you go.
Well, gotta put something on there to focus. Focus, you freak. Okay. So mostly what I was doing today was playing with this thing that made all these spots on there. That's the cornstarch. Good, I wrote it on there. Clever me. So sprinkling cornstarch on the jelly plate and making those little funky dots. So let's see where some of those are. Here's one of them. Just kind of a scattered pattern. I like it. This was a second one that picked up some blue under it. This was like a second print from the cornstarch.
Yeah, and that's pretty.
This was the first print from the cornstarch. This was just a pickup print, but it has some of the cornstarch stuff under it. This is not one. This is one. That's one of those with the cornstarch, and this is one. So I like both of those.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I like both of those actually. So basically, that's what I've accomplished in an hour. Oh, Sherry, thank you. Yeah, well,
almost 2 hours.
Is it? Oh, well, no wonder. No wonder I'm talking.
Yeah, your time limit's up.
My time
That's
limit.
Hannah's time limit. 2 hours. That's it. Sorry, guys.
Turning into a pumpkin. Well, I'm going to just flip over to watching it on YouTube and seeing the rest of Lisa's weaving.
Okay. Thanks for coming and being with me, though. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it quite a lot. See you another time.
Yeah, we'll do it again. I'm going to try to, even though it'll jerk and then y'all have to deal with it. I'm sorry, but I'm going to try to lower this a little bit so that you can see. Sorry.
Oh, that's better, Lisa. Yeah.
Well, I can't.
Okay, kiddos, everybody. I'll see you. Cornstarch on a stencil and then printed. Oh, isn't that interesting? Sherry, I may try that another time. Thanks for that idea. Okay, kids, I will see you in chat.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
So this is where we're at right now. And it's because this one is smaller, it doesn't the weave's not as even as it would be. But I'm going to show you how to weave in the ends before you switch on to the next piece. You just tuck it under there and then go down like this. And then that end you can cut off. And that'll hold that one in place. And then you get another piece and start again. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and try some of this. I'll do a little bit of it, and then I'll come back to the green and do some of it. But I want to see the difference in how it looks for future references. Okay. I hope I can stay on here to finish this little piece so y'all can see it all the way through, but I'm not sure. I do need to take off my hair. Little earbuds since she's not here anymore. The my other one that was holding this in place came off. The rubber band, it broke. I guess when I bought this, of course I did buy it a couple of years ago. The rubber bands have just gotten old. But now that it's warped and we're weaving and everything, I think it'll be okay to not worry about whether or not we've got a what am I trying to say? I don't know. I was trying to say something, but I don't know what it was. Okay. I'm trying to squish this down a little bit more. Uh-oh. I just messed up. But luckily I can fix it. I came out over here. I need to go back in over here. When I was putting it back in, I was looking at the direction these were going, and it really should be the other. Okay. This is more normal yarn that, I mean, it's yarn I spun, but it's not as textured. It's more like what you might buy than the other ones I've been using. Okay, now we're going to turn this. And we're going to do about a third of it like with this one. Unless I like it way better, and then we may just finish it with this and keep it as a reminder of what happens when your weft yarn is much smaller than your warp yarn. I did the green because I thought it'd be easier to see. But this is way easier to use. We're going to turn this back. Okay. Now this warp is getting a little bit loose, but I can pull it tighter when we get to the end if we need to, because it's all sticking out down here. Okay. I think this is definitely going to look more like a normal weave. It's still not close enough for you to see really good. I'm sorry about that. And we're going to turn it this direction. There are videos of how to do this with a knitted like sock or something. One of them shows a hand knitted sock, and she does it in a way that it looks knitted instead of woven, and she uses this to do that. I have not well, this is the first time I've even tried to use it, so I definitely haven't tried that, but I just thought I'd let y'all know that's out there if any of you want to use this method to darn socks. I'm going to turn that back. Use the eye end, not the pointy end. Do y'all have to talk to yourself like this when you're working on something? Give yourself reminders as you go. I have to do that. Almost there. And I'm just using this needle to kind of press it down. And since this yarn is more the same size, it's actually working better. Uh-oh. Did I go ahead and... Okay, I messed up. So we're going to work backwards now from how we have been. Only make noise when something's not going right. Yeah. Is this the beginning of socks or little square panels sewn together? No, this is just for mending. Actually, what I'm doing is just making a woven piece on this denim so that when I get finished and take it off, I'll have a weaving place that fixed a hole. See if you can see the hole. I may have already covered it up. Fixed a hole in the denim. That's what this is Oh, yeah, design change. That's right, Becky. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. It was purposeful. Um, anyway, but you can do this if you've got a pair of socks that has a hole in them. You can do this same thing, except there's a way you can do it where it looks like knitting um, instead of weaving. And that little hook thing is what the girl I watched used to do that. But some people do the and weave um, just like this on their socks. They don't use the what makes it look like knitting. Okay. Okay, I just I got to go back through and take that out because I didn't change my shed. So I guess now I fixed it. I don't know what I was doing before. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Yes, Julie. I don't own any socks that are that special. If I hand knitted me some socks, that would probably be special enough to do that with. But I don't buy expensive enough socks to be mending them. Now, some people, do things like this up on the leg part of the sock just for the look. So, to like make patches in it. This is what it's looking like right now. Okay, see if we can get it to focus. It doesn't want to focus very well. I'm sorry. Not sure what I would do if I got more holes in my knitted things. Yeah. I think that would be. Hannah's used a darning mushroom and darned socks just to learn how to do it. Um, just for fun. But she did really bright things on a black sock. It looked really cute. She's doing good, Becky. She's doing good. Every time I talk to her, she's happy as a lark. So that makes me happy. Yeah, I'm glad. She's still trying to get all her name changed on everything. She went Friday to get her driver's license, her name changed, I mean, to get changed to a New Mexico driver's license. And they wanted to see her birth certificate again. Even though she, had to show it when she got her license in Texas, they didn't think that was good enough. They wanted to see it themselves. And so I have to send it to her so she can take it and let them see. So she's had little frustrations like that, but she's doing good. Okay, I'm really liking this part, the newer part, better than with the green. Because it's more even. So I thought that's how I'd feel, but anyway, we're going to go back to the green for the end just to sorry. I had a coughing fit. I think I'm okay, but it was. Goodness. I bought myself a pair. Oh yeah, foot too long. Oh my goodness, yeah. I have some sweatpants that are about a foot too long for me that I've got to get hemmed or something before it becomes sweatpant weather. But they're just ugly gray plain old sweatpants, nothing special. So they may just get cut off because I doubt I would wear them anywhere except at home anyway. Okay, just a second. There we go. I almost picked up the top one and the bottom one that time. Okay, I think I'm going to do about 2 more passes and then I'm going to go back to the green. Goodness. I'm going to get another drink. Sorry. Okay. I do want to go ahead and finish this. So you can see Mary's stream last night's what made me get this out and play with it. I've never tried to take up soft material before. Mom used to do that for me. I would have to change the setting on my sewing machine, or should I take it to the alterations lady? I don't know. I guess it, I don't know. I don't know your machine. Um, Becky might can answer that question better than me. She's the sewer. I'm not the sewer. I mean, I know how, but I'm definitely not nearly the sewer Becky is. Okay, we're gonna bring this down. Goodness. Well, that sounds like an important hint, Becky. It's not shirt material, but thin and stretchy. Okay. I think I was supposed to stop on that last one, but oh well. We're going to go ahead and do one more here. If I had done a much smaller spot, those, um, those little yarns that I had planned to use, probably would have been easier to see everything. But okay, now because I'm through with this one, I'm going to take it back out here to attach it down, just like I do every time I'm turning. But then I'm going to go back down through here behind that one. And just like that. Okay. Now then we'll go back to the green for a minute. Hi, Goldie. Welcome. Do you go by Goldie or Luke? Or Luce? Lus, Luc, wait, Lus, Luc, or Goldie? Which do you prefer? Okay, we're back to this twisty one. I think I just didn't pick any easy things to use. Okay, now then, I'm going to come from back here. To put this one in, because I don't want to bulk up down here anymore, right down this side anymore. Okay, so we just kind of hide that there. And then we're going to turn it here. I don't have room to hold it as much now as I did. Okay. Oh, Steph. Okay. Thank you. Username is your dogs. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks for letting us know. I don't have my piece of paper over here where I need to write that down. So y'all have to remind me. I should have stopped on that other yarn earlier because I'm not going to get as many pics of this as I did the other, but that's okay. There's so many different colors and textures in here, it's probably won't show up that much anyway. Now we're going to push it back this direction. And, oops, I forget. Golden Piggy, Mr. Butter. Well, I think that's cute, actually. Besides being able to leave a fringe, which is fun for doing like on journals and things, I'll show you in a minute the other reason I like this method. Even if you're going to end up weaving them in down here and hiding them. Just a second. When we get to the end, it is helpful. Sorry. Okay. Oops. Pulled right back out of that one. Yes, I'm weaving. This is a darning loom for repairing clothes. That's why I'm doing it on a pant leg just to show that. But you can do socks or whatever. They make these in a lot of different sizes. They make some of them that are, only about this big, like for darning socks. But I was just thinking that we could use this, to weave onto fabric and on a journal cover or something like that. So that's why I'm doing it on just on denim. But you could do it, they socks or jeans or whatever, anything you need to sweaters, anything you need to fix a hole in, you can use this to do it. But I'm just using it for artistic purposes at the moment. I'm about to get to the place where it's hard to get it through here. I think I'm just going to do one more, maybe two more after this, but okay, we're going to turn these back. Okay, just a second. Yeah, there. If I had a smaller needle, it would be easier, but I think we're going to call this it. Nope, nope. I'm going to try to do one more. I'm going to try to do one more. Okay, we're going to turn it again. Okay, come on. I've got to get me some new rubber bands. The ones that came with it have lost they're brittle and they're breaking. So when I go to take this off, you'll have to remember that there should have been another rubber band on it, but it broke. And so luckily it broke after it was warped and I was already in the middle of weaving, which means that it was able to stay put because come on back. There we go. One more. Okay. Okay. Now then I'm going to take this down this side. Nope, I need to tuck it here. Oops, oops, oops. All I need is to bend that. That would not be good. Okay. Now then, we're going to tuck it back down through here. There we go. Okay, we're going to just trim that right there. Now then, what you do is you take this off and take it all off all the little prongs. And you can see it's really loose right here. But if you take this, and you pull on these, you can pull them down until they're, tighter against that. One thing here, if you leave it just like this, you've got a pocket. So if you wanted to weave a pocket onto something, you could do this and then just leave it like this. And I think I am gonna leave it like that for now, just because. But what you could do next is take and just tack that down, Yes. Well, you could do it on a pocket this direction, or you could do it a pocket that direction. That's true. Either way. And okay, let's see if we can. What I was hoping to do is get this to look rounded, but it didn't quite work. So here's our little fringe. So we're going to take this rubber band off, pull this out, and there's our pocket with the fringe. And on the inside, it looks like this. Now, probably it would be smart to put some fray check or something right here so that won't come out or something. But the chances of it coming out are probably not that great if it's not on clothes you're going to wear, if it's on a journal cover or something. Okay, I'm going to leave that in the box with all of this. So, sew little beads on the wool. You could. Yeah, you definitely could. You could put beads, you could put sequins. You could even come in right now because we didn't put beads, and you could sew beads right across here. So there are lots of different things you could do. But I think it turned out pretty cute. Well, Hannah's got the hat uh, in silver. I don't have a picture of it. I was trying to make this kind of curve, the fringe. Anyway, maybe not as much of a curve as I would like. Here, let's do this a little more. There, that helped a lot. Okay, it's amazing what one little snip will do. I also used this wool in a scarf I made for a friend. This yarn, this right here. It's some of that scrap yarn, and I call it that because there's a whole bunch of different stuff, mixed together. In there, you can see there's some lighter colored stuff in there where I just grabbed scraps of wool and spun it together to end up making it that way. So it could be either one, Teresa, a journal cover or a Bible cover. This, the Bible I use is too big for this to be a cover for it because I got one that's got big words because I want to be able to use it and put notes in it and stuff for the rest of my life. And I'm already getting blind. So I don't know what this will become. It might become a journal cover. If we made that, I tried to cut it big enough that it could become something, but you can see that this is angled. And if I wanted it straight, I'd have to cut it here and up here to make the pocket straight. So I don't know if it'll become anything. It was just a practice piece mainly. But it was fun. Anyway, they do sell these little looms. They sell all kinds of different kits. Some of them have a darning egg and a darning mushroom in with them. Some of them have embroidery floss with them. Anyway, on Amazon, you can find these kind of kits. That's where I got mine, was off of Amazon. A little imperfections make us human, and it makes us perfect. There you go. Well, I'm definitely not perfect. So okay, well, I did pretty good. I was hoping to get through by 4, but I didn't expect to, but I'm glad to see that I did. And that's coming down and getting in the way again. I'm sorry. What is going on here? Okay, there we go. Now the color of it's acting weird. Thank you, Teresa. Thank y'all for coming. I'm hoping, is Beth still here? I don't know if Beth is still here. Beth and I are going to work in the Nomad book, probably on her channel, unless she's, I know she does like specific things each week. She's got projects she's working on. So since I don't have something like that going, we might do it on my channel. I'm not sure. But Tuesday, she says. Okay, we can do it Tuesday. What time, Beth? What time on Tuesday? I'm gonna make it work. 6 Eastern time. That's 5 Texas time. Okay. I'm gonna write that down right now so I don't forget. It was good to see you, Sherry. Okay, $5. Let's write that out. Okay, sorry. 5 o'clock Texas time with Beth. Nomad book. Tuesday. Okay. So everybody show up at Beth's place on Tuesday night. We'll play in the Nomad book. Love you all, and I'll see you Tuesday night at Beth's house. Bye bye. God bless you.